Saturday night's main event is this Saturday. Could we be getting a Nikki Bella heel turn? That is a question I will be answering in this video. Let's get into it. I gathered some of the craziest hot takes I could get, and we're going to go over them, and I'm going to give you whether or not I think they actually have a realistic chance of happening. We'll start off with my prediction, that being that the Bella Twins turn heel on Paige. They have a scheduled match between Brie and Paige going up against the Irresistible Forces for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Nikki was super close to being cleared, it seemed like, at WrestleMania, so I'm assuming she has to be cleared now, over a month later. The Irresistible Forces are doing great, and they were great with the tag titles, and Paige could go on to do bigger and better things. So I think this would just be a win-win all around, and the Bella Twins are honestly better as heels in my opinion. The next one I have is a prediction or a hot take for Penta versus Ethan Page. They have a scheduled match for the Intercontinental Championship where Ethan challenges Penta for the title. We all know that it is, everybody's kind of expecting a fatal four-way between Penta, Ethan, Javon, and Rusev for the IC title. We all kind of thought it was going to happen at Backlash. We thought Saturday night's main event. And now I'm thinking Clash in Italy. The prediction here for this one is that Rusev will come out and destroy everyone, causing a no contest and, having Penta just retain via DQ. Rusev recently took a completely clean loss to Javon Evans on Monday Night Raw, which, if you really look at it, should just straight up honestly eliminate him from a title shot, right? Right. And I think this would be a fantastic way to get Rusev back realistically without it feeling forced. Get Rusev back in the IC title scene and deserving of a title shot. Because we need this fatal four-way. This fatal four-way would be absolutely incredible. It also protects Penta and presumably Ethan Page, who would presumably win the title if they had a fatal four-way, at least I think. I think this one actually has a very realistic shot of happening, and I think it would honestly be the best possible decision. And then who knows, maybe even Javon Evans could come out and get into the brawl too, and we could announce the match right after or something. There's a scheduled tag team match between a 6-woman tag team match between Jade Cargill, Meechin and B-Fab. Well, their tag team name is Beechin, at least that's what I call them. Going up against Rhea Ripley and Charlexa. That team is absolutely insane, by the way. I don't see Charlexa and Rhea losing here, really. You know what? Never mind. I don't think Rhea Ripley will take any pins, is what I guess I'm trying to say. And if she does, it will be from Jade Cargill. The prediction for this one is the match ends in complete chaos with a brawl becoming the most talked about segment of the night. Now, if this ended in a brawl and, maybe that brawl started because, Rhea Ripley messed something up or Charlotte Flair messed something up that pissed the other one off, and then they start bickering, and then they start fighting, and then Jade and Meechin and B-Fab come in and take advantage of it, and then it just turns into a brawl. I think if that gets us another Rhea versus Jade match, that would be amazing. I really hope that we do get Jade versus Rhea at Clash in Paris, because I am thoroughly looking forward to that rematch, because their chemistry is only going to be better. They're probably going to get more time, which is an insane thing to say when they were at WrestleFrickin' But if this gets us a rematch, I would absolutely love that. And, maybe have Jade end up on top because, Rhea and Charlotte can't get along. And then, give us the title match. I would like this. I think it's less likely for this to happen, but I think there is definitely still a chance. The Street Profits are currently scheduled to go up against the Vision in a match for the World Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits are fairly hot right now. They're getting involved in the main event with people like Seth Rollins, like Braun Breaker. The prediction for this one is that the Street Profits lose yet again, and it causes serious tension between Montez and Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. It would be comical if they released Bo Dallas, the one who was trying to get these two to separate, they just dropped that storyline and then like a year later, or like not even a year later, like 6 months later, released him, and then they end up turning on each other anyway. That would be absolutely comical, but let's not act like we haven't seen it before. Karrion Kross spent like 3 or 4 months in a storyline with Sammy, trying to get him to embrace his dark side, and he wouldn't do it. But now, like again, like 9 months later this time, he is doing exactly that. I really do want to see the Street Profits break up, and this starting it here honestly wouldn't be a bad idea, and then maybe culminating at SummerSlam. You might say they should win the tag titles. Like honestly, who cares? WWE doesn't, that's for sure. They're probably just not going to do anything with them. And honestly, Austin Theory and Logan Paul have been pretty entertaining. I don't think this will happen here, but I don't think it's an absolute impossibility. The next one we have to talk about is Michin getting a surprise pinfall win and becomes the unexpected breakout star of the night. This would mean that she would have to pin either Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, or Alexa Bliss. And listen, man, I love Michin, but I don't think this is just isn't realistic, man. I get it, they want to make Michin and B-Fab look strong, and Jade with her baddies for faction or whatever, but I don't think they want to that bad that they're willing to sacrifice Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss. This just wouldn't be worth it, and if they hypothetically did do this, I don't think they would actually give Michin something to do off the back of it. So, this is like, I'm going to say like literally a 0% chance of this happening. That's going to be it though for this video. Let me know your hottest Saturday Night's Main Event hot takes in the comments. My full predictions video will be coming out tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and